Alrighty, guys, we have a couple companies to break down today. Even though I'm still battling this cold, my throat's a little wonky. I think I'm getting a bit better. We'll see how it goes over the next couple of days, but either way, we're going to break down 3 stocks in this video that have very high short interest, and we got one piece of news that we have to break down that's sending the one stock, well, the first stock we're going to talk about, up over 100% on the day. So we have a lot to cover, guys. If y'all find value, hit the like button, make sure to subscribe and follow along for more content, and let's dive right into the video. Cheers, by the way, of course. Got the double espresso on deck. What other way, what better way to start off the day, guys? So let's get right into it. So at this point in time, it's about 10:45 a.m. on the East Coast. And by the way, happy Friday, guys. Hope you're all doing well today. Hope you all have had a great week so far. And the entire stock market, except for the Russell, is currently in the green. We have the S&P 500 and the NASDAQ and the Dow, for that matter, all up around 0.25% to about 0.3%. And we have the Russell down almost 0.5% as the VIX is up, let me see here, guys, about 0.7%. And we have the metals continuing to move. We have gold up 1.4%, continuing the breakout. And we have silver up around 0.5%, now getting awfully close to $30 an ounce yet again. So you guys know, I mean, I've been bullish on the metals for quite some time, although we're not going to cover the metals in this video, but keep your eyes on them as obviously they're breaking out. And the best way in my eyes to trade them is with SLV, which tracks silver. Obviously, it's an ETF that tracks the price of silver, and GLD is an ETF that tracks the price of gold, which actually, this looks really good right now, guys. We're breaking out, continuing the uptrend. So enough of that. Let me show you the stocks that are making insane moves today, guys. The first one is Novavax, ticker symbol NVAX, which at this point in time, are you ready for this, guys? It is up over 125% on the day, which is unfreaking believable, and their short interest right now is 33%. You heard that right. And I think last time we covered Novavax, the short interest was actually a lot higher than that, but either way, we're at 33% right now, and it actually hit a high of $14 earlier in the day. So at one point, guys, it was up in the pre-market, I think 200%. Yeah, 210, 15%. I mean, geez Louise, guys, 215% move, which is nuts. Obviously, shorts were covering clear as day. That's what's going on after we got some huge news that they made a deal with Sanofi. Let me actually pull this up, the CNBC article. Bear with me here, guys. So you guys can see the headline. It says Novavax shares spike over 100% on Sanofi deal to commercialize COVID vaccine, develop combination shots. I believe something with the flu shot as well. Let me see here, guys. It looks like Novavax on Friday said it signed a multi-billion-dollar deal with French drug maker Sanofi to co-commercialize the company's COVID vaccine starting next year and develop combination shots targeting the CV virus, the coronavirus, whatever, and the flu, among other efforts. And let's see, anything else? The licensing agreement will allow Novavax to lift its going concern warning, which it first issued in February 2023 due to having doubts about its ability to continue operating. And that's what the CEO, John Jacobs, said in the CNBC interview. And part of the deal allows Sanofi to use Novavax's COVID shot and flagship vaccine technology to develop new vaccine products. And Sanofi will pay Novavax an upfront payment of a whopping $500 million and up to $700 million in payments for development, regulatory, and launch milestones. And of course, Novavax is also entitled to royalty payments on Sanofi's sales of its COVID vaccine and combination shots targeting coronavirus and the flu. And Novavax will also receive additional launch and sales milestone payments of up to $200 million, along with royalties for each product Sanofi develops with Matrix and adjuvant, guys. I can't pronounce that word. I don't know how to say it. Either way, you guys know what I mean. That's actually their new flagship, vaccine technology. So this is big. And under the deal, Sanofi will also take a less than 5% stake in Novavax, which I guess that isn't the biggest deal, but hey, it's something, right? So big news around Novavax, which you guys know. I mean, this stock has been heavily shorted. We've covered it before here on the channel, right? And at this point, that's all it takes for a stock to go crazy that has high short interest, right? Whenever we get a piece of news out of left field that's not expected, that's good for the company, and we have high short interest with that stock or in that stock, boom, that's the perfect storm for a short squeeze, right? Which in this case is exactly what we're getting, up 120%. And earlier in the day, we were up, like I said, over 200%. So Novavax, I'm not getting into it now, obviously. First of all, full disclosure, I'm not long Novavax. Getting into it now is risky business, but if you were already in it, hey, you're doing well. You're doing well. And to be honest, I would be locking profits if I was in the stock anywhere in the single digit range, 7, 8, $5, $4, $3. I would be locking in gains without hesitation at this point. So that is number one, Novavax. Number two is GameStop, which you guys saw yesterday. This thing ran up a lot during the day after the bell as well. You guys can see yesterday it got up to around 1870 after the bell. And earlier today, we broke over $20 per share. If you guys take a look here, if I clear the drawing set, GME got to $20. Now it's down to what? $17, $18. Maybe we consolidate here and start to push back up, which would be great for the bulls. But overall, guys, we're looking pretty good on GME. And I made a video, I think, last Saturday I released it, going over how I was going to short GameStop. Thank God I didn't. I didn't end up doing it, guys. And if I did do it, Monday would have been the day to do it, but I did not pull the trigger. And thank God I didn't, because now we're breaking out of critical resistance levels. And by the looks of it, the trend here is slowly starting to turn in the short term in the bulls' favor. But of course, with GameStop, guys, you got to be careful. Anything could happen. But I'm looking at it here in the 17, 18 range to see maybe if we start making a move back towards $20, which we hit, earlier in the day. So let's see if buyers come in here, guys, at around $17, $18 per share. And the last one, which by far and away is the highest short interest stock that we've covered in recent history, guys, it is B. Riley Financial. We've covered this before on the channel, and this stock is making not the biggest move today, but over the past couple of weeks, it is up from $19 to $32, up 72%. And at one point, it got up to $40, which means it was up over 108% at one point. And notice, we have earnings coming up in the next couple of days here, it looks like, on the 15th. So obviously, next week, we have their earnings. And we can see we've pulled back a good chunk from 40 to $32. Looks like we're holding an uptrend. Looks like we're holding that $27 resistance that we got rejected at from the end of, the end of November into December, all throughout the beginning of April. Looks like we're holding that level as support, which is huge, guys. And yeah, I mean, look, let's see if buyers start coming in and push this thing even higher, maybe to the mid 30s, $40 again. Obviously, 42 is a big level of resistance. So we could start breaking out of that potentially. Who knows? It all comes down to these earnings. And guys, full disclosure, I don't own any of these stocks. These are very risky. I'm looking at these as trades only. I'm not investing in B. Riley or GameStop or Novavax, but I'm looking at these as a short-term play, right? So yeah, that's pretty much it for the video. If you enjoyed it, hit the like button. Make sure to subscribe. Check out all the links down below. If you guys want to join the Patreon and see me build out my $100 per week portfolio, that's linked down below. The QR code is right here, or go to stocksurfest.com/Patreon, and there's more on the Patreon platform than just me building out that portfolio, where you get to see all the buys, sales, right? All the returns, full transparency. So check it out, guys. And with that being said, cheers. I'll see you later.